Hey man, you know what's going on, this Big Jrop. I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastards. You dig that? 2020 cat, what I trap out of. Main Barbie, parents hate I'm a thug. Black shirt, white stains, just got.
All right, so we got the one and only Big Jrop jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, man. Big Jrop in the building.
What's up, man? Welcome, bro. How you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm really excited. I ain't gonna lie, this shit really got me feeling good.
Yes, sir. Now, I appreciate you taking the time to pull up on us today, too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you want to shout out your people sitting up there with you, man?
Oh yeah, man, you know, got my main man Mozzie in the building. Boom. You know, the Rock Mob, TMM, the Middleman Empire. We got my man Remix right here, TMM Empire. You dig that? That's my other main man right there. You know, we popping our shit.
For sure, man. And what brings you to Atlanta besides jumping off the porch with us today, man?
You know, my man stay down here, so he had me down here all the time. Mozzie, you know, this is where he based at.
Okay.
So he like, just pull up. And then, you know, we just pull up. Yeah, we just pull up.
How you be liking the vibes here, man? How does it compare to back at home in Milwaukee, too, man?
Man, you know what? I really love the vibes here. I love the vibes in Milwaukee, too. You know, that's where I'm from, you know? Yeah, they fuck with a nigga out here, man. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a second home to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been coming down here for a while.
Yeah,
then,
for sure. In and out this joint. I even got to skip the line at the airport. They put the little thing in there and skip the line.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
man, what can you tell us about Milwaukee, man? Can you break down the culture, the way of life? What really be going on up there, man?
Man, it's really surviving the elements. You dig that? Because we got 4 different seasons, you know, winter, spring, summer, fall, but niggas die every season. So it's like you gotta know how to maneuver through that joint, you know? But you know, it's a way of life. It's just like anywhere else though. You know, the streets is the streets.
Yeah.
But you know, you got Big Jrop in the building. I ain't gonna lie, he survived the elements. You dig that?
What would you say, like, were the keys for you to be able to survive that type of environment?
No, could you say that again for me?
I said, what would you say were like some of your main keys to be able to survive that type of environment?
Understanding my environment. You dig that? That's the main key. You gotta understand where you at. You gotta, you know, you can throw a nigga out there, he might not make it, but Jrop did. You dig that? Jrop did.
For sure, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk about your upbringing. Like, what were you into as a kid and everything in Milwaukee, growing up in Milwaukee?
Really, man, growing up there, really just in the streets, man, bad as hell, bad as shit, man, you know, running around, fucking up everybody, taking a lot of shit. I used to be I was a bum with a gun. Now you dig that? I'm a rapper now. But I was a bum with a gun. So, you know, that explains itself right there. Yeah.
When would you say you jumped off the porch? Sounded like you were pretty young at the time, huh?
I say to like the good number, like 17, when I was really full-fledged. You know, but before that, I'd say like 13, 14, when I was introduced to the streets.
Okay.
But when I made it my decision, like this is what it is, I was like 17.
And what were some of the circumstances that led to you like fully going into it at 17?
Getting shot at, needing some money, robbing motherfuckers, you know, taking shit. Yeah, I don't do that no more, but yeah, taking shit, needing shit.
Did you ever get caught stealing?
No, I didn't. You know, to be honest, I didn't. No, I didn't. I never got caught stealing. I got caught shooting a motherfucker though.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Is that what you went away for?
Yeah, I popped his ass. He was playing with me, playing my money. I needed that. Give me that. Come here. Bring your ass here. Bring your ass here.
How long ago was that you got popped for shooting somebody?
Well, it's on the internet, so you know I could talk about it. I popped his ass up in like 14, 15. Then they came and grabbed me 2019.
Damn, so 4 or 5 years later?
Yeah, it was because he knocked me.
He ratted on you.
Yeah. So I just went and sat down, did my time. Now I'm back now. Stone Cold Steve Austin Brick Smackdown.
How long did you have to sit down for then?
I sat down 4.5. I just popped out 2024.
Okay, last year then?
Yeah.
Okay.
February.
Shoot.
February 13th. They was trying to release me on the 12th. I told them, no, just keep me one more day.
Why'd you tell them to keep you one more day?
Because we don't fuck with the 12, you know what I'm saying? So release me on the 13th, goddamn it. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Man, so let me ask you this. What's your reaction when you get popped for that shit 4 or 5 years later after the shit happened, man?
You know what's so crazy? I was kind of fucked up about it. All because, you know, I started getting my life together. I started understanding what life was about. And then they came and grabbed me.
True.
But you know, by me being a man, I had to hold my head high, stick my chest out, and then accept my responsibilities, you know, my actions. I had to own up to my actions as a man.
So looking back at it today, what do you feel like was your biggest takeaway by having to go sit down for those 4.5 years?
Y'all not seeing Big Jrop before y'all seen Big Jrop. That's it. Y'all not seeing Big Jrop before y'all seen Big Jrop, because I'm here today. This sky dweller right here, baby. Spent a couple dollars on that.
And so you mentioned you were kind of turning your life around prior to that, man. Was there a turning point that made you want to, you know, kind of switch it up?
Well, I can't remember the age, but you know, I got 7 kids that I take care of, and I got full custody of them. So all of them in one house. So as they start getting older, I started looking at it like, hey, they don't need to see this type of shit. But they gotta see this type of shit because this how daddy live. So I let them see it, but they know. I let them choose. So when I start teaching them, my boys to be men and my girls to be women, that's when I started switching it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old were you when you had your first kid then?
Like 14, I was
14.
fucking. My mama was at bingo, right? She went to Palos. We had the hose running in and out the house all day long. It was like a bus line every 20 minutes, because I only need 7 minutes. And then it's over with. We gotta call the next. I'm gonna go wipe up, bring the next one in.
Man, 14 years old having a kid, bro. I know you couldn't have been ready, man.
Man, it was rough. It was rough as hell. But we got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what has being a father taught you about life over the years then?
It really, structure, responsibility, you know what I'm saying? When to turn things on and turn things off, you know. So it humbled me a lot too. Because I ain't even tell y'all, I'm on this motherfucker, I got like 15,000 on me. Shout out to the middleman empire. Like 15,000. I'm gonna blow this today. This Atlanta blow. We're gonna blow this in Atlanta, this today.
Where you gonna blow it at? What you got in mind?
We want to Lenox Mall first.
Okay.
We're gonna blow some of it there. And then probably the strip club. It depends on what Mozzie want to do. I'm with him today. He called me down here again. Yeah, for sure.
7 kids, do we want more or are we done with 7?
It depends. If she like 5'5", Asian, long hair, pretty in the face, thick in the waist, we might get one more. But other than that, no, we done.
Yeah, 7's that's more than a handful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was trying to get a football team first, but I had to stop it.
That's too many, bro.
Man.
I got 2 and I feel like that's too many.
Man. If you got a Cadillac truck, I'll give you 3 more. You can have 3 of them. No, they're my babies, though.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So besides prison, what would you say were like some of the major trials and tribulations you had to overcome in your life so far?
Man, I lost my oldest brother right here. I wear him everywhere I go. His name Wes. I was in a joint when I lost him.
Oh, fuck.
I had like 5 months left. Yeah. Him and like 10 people died. But he was the only important one. You dig that? He was the key. But other than that, though.
Man, how'd you cope with that, man? I can't imagine being locked up and losing a brother, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I was crying like a little bitch for like a week. Yeah. But then after that, I sucked it up, you know? This would come with this shit.
Yeah.
I hate that it happened to one of mine, but it happened.
And what can you tell us about your brother? Like, what type of person was he, man?
Hey, he the one that he the one got me doing this type of shit. You see that? He the one got me rapping, you know, he started all this shit, you know. I wasn't no rapper. I was the trapper. And he was the rapper. But then he just made me go in the studio and then shit, now y'all got dropped.
And how long ago was that you started rapping? Because I know you was rapping before your bid, right?
Yeah, I started rapping in 2014. No, 2014. Yeah. But I ain't take it serious till probably like 2017 when I started doing my little tours and shit, like the Bupac tour and all that.
Okay.
Moneybag Yo Time Served tour and all that. Yeah.
What made you lock in with it then? Were you really fucking with it? Were people fucking with you? Were people telling you to go full?
No, it was my oldest brother. He was my motivation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And before Big Jrop, you was going by a different name too, right?
Young Boy D.
Okay.
Yeah, you did that. Yeah, Young Boy D, that was me, man, before Big Jrop. I was Young Boy D before I went to the joint. I spelled it like YUNGBOI space DEE. And then when I went to the joint, I couldn't come home Young Boy D. I'm having thou wows now, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't having thou wows then, you dig that? So I had to brand myself as a grown man, and I just came out as Drop because you can get it hard or soft. But it's gonna be Drop, you dig that?
And why the J in Drop, man?
Because I did the J because I'm different, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot different than a lot of people. I ain't even really from the planet. A lot of people don't know that, but.
What planet are you from, bro?
Planet X. You dig that? I'm from Planet X. You know, that's outside the solar system.
Yep.
You dig that? Yeah. And then when I did the J, I'm like, I was gonna do the Drop with the D, and then I was gonna do PP, but I'm like, no, fuck that. We're gonna do it with the J, because we serving J's all day. You dig what I'm saying? This shit, the Drop is for the J's. You dig that? So we're gonna put the J with the Drop, and then you got straight drop. You dig that?
And was it easy rebranding yourself, considering the fans knew you as a different name, or was it because you was gone, you know, for them 4.5 years? It was kind of easy to come back as, you know, rebranded as Big Jrop.
No, it was kind of hard though, because a lot of people was hitting me up on all my other social media platforms, trying to find my music, and I had to let them know that I rebranded myself. Yeah, I had to rebrand myself, man, and then it caught traction, so now we here.
Okay.
You know.
Now, while you were locked up, were you rapping? Were you writing at the time, or was your mind just not into that shit?
I was rapping. I was writing, yup. Because I was in Stanley Correctional Institution. You know, so when I was in Stanley, they had like a little music room and shit that I went there twice a week. So I made sure that I touched bases with the music twice a week.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I bought a TV just for entertainment at night, you know what I'm saying? TMZ and shit like that, and Off the Porch, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
You was watching Off the Porch all the way?
Like that,
man?
you know, I was in a joint. I want one of them niggas in a joint that wasn't connected to the streets, though. Hold on. You see this the Sky Dweller. You know, a lot of niggas ain't got this one.
What would we spend on the Sky Dweller, man?
I would tell you, but then you'll know. You know, this is my business. You dig that? My business. You know, TMM business.
And were you rapping for other people while locked up too? Or you like letting people hear what you was writing and all that shit?
No, just a group of cats that was going to the music room with me, but I ain't do that out in a day room ass shit with everybody, because I don't communicate with everybody like that. It ain't easy just walking up on me and having a conversation. You gotta know me or know one of my partners. You know what I'm saying? To even have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
A lot of cats knew of me though, knew who I was. Everybody really knew who I was, but you couldn't get up on me like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So as your sentence, you know, is coming to an end, are you planning to like jump right back into the music shit, or where you at mentally?
Oh yeah, shit. We head first in the music shit right now. You know, in a couple more years we're gonna be in Dubai. We're gonna be, you know, Abu Dhabi with the click when parole up, ice water whipping, sipping Texas, got me slowed up. You need that type of shit.
Did you hit the studio, like, how soon after you came home did you hit the studio?
It was like a week, because I gave my babies the first 7 days. You know, I just sat around them the first 7 days, and my family. Then after that shit, I was in the studio for the next 7 days. Then after that, we was planning on the marketing plan and the rollout plan and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how'd you lock in with them? You been knowing them, or?
No, see him, he just fell out of the sky. Boom, right in my hands. He like, come on, Drop, we out of here. And this guy did the same thing, he did that. So, you know, the universe aligned us. Yeah, we did know each other forever and ever and ever.
And how important is it having a team with you, you know, doing this music shit then?
You know what, it's real important, because everybody that be around me got a position, including me, and everybody play their position. And everybody got one goal. We know it ain't about Drop, it's about the movement, you know what I'm saying? we move for the movement. And Drop, you know, we're a part of the Drop, a part of the movement. So you know, that's what it is.
And what's the move? Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
for
saying
sure.
it's about
yeah, for sure. It's about Drop. Yeah. But without the team, yeah, for sure.
Nah, real shit. All right, so we got a couple new singles. Talk about this Back Now first, man. That shit hard as fuck.
What that Back Now? That motherfucker, like, I don't even know how I even made that shit. I just woke up and I had it. It's like this the single. This shit, this what it is right now. Yeah, I don't even know, man. You know, I was really working on it, to be honest. I was working on it when I was in a joint, and I was gonna do like a first day out thing. Okay. But it was like everybody doing first day out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really back now. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, first it was Stone Cold Steve Austin Brick Smackdown. But now I'm back now. So then I would have dropped it. That's how I did it. Yeah, that's how I did it.
And produced by the legendary Helliver too, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, I had got the beat from LOM Rudy. Yeah. Helliver made it. And then I just dropped on it. And I did it just like that. That's how it happened.
Yeah, talk about the feedback. Fans loving this shit too.
Yeah, they eating it up, man. You know, they eating it up. Everybody been in my DMs every day talking about Back Now, Stone Cold Steve Austin Brick Smackdown. 36-hour drive, but I'm back now. Yeah, they fucking with it heavy.
Yeah. And now you got a new single, Vividly, which is on a completely different vibe than Back Now too, man.
Yeah, because you know, I'm really showing these labels with these M's that been talking to us like that. You know, drop can be everywhere. Yeah, you know, you're gonna get one drop. It's only one drop. But wherever you need drop to be, that's where he gonna be.
Yeah.
You dig that?
And I fuck with Vividly, man.
You like
I
Vividly?
said, it's a different vibe, but this should be sliding too, man.
Yeah. Vividly bouncing. Yeah, Vividly like that.
What should fans expect next? More singles and videos, or is it gonna be a full project? What do you got up your sleeve?
Well, I'm working on a TMM project.
Okay.
You know, the Middleman Empire, that's the label, if didn't nobody know. I'm working on that, but I can't tell y'all the big features that I got, but we working. So it's gonna be single video until the project complete.
Okay.
And when the project complete, then boom, we to the next universe.
And what type of vibes have you been cooking up, man?
Man, you know, it been plenty, it really all drop vibes. I was just gonna say something else, but all drop vibes. It's a drop vibe, you know?
And have you been collabing with any other artists, or you just been cooking up by yourself, or what?
No, with artists and myself.
Okay.
You know, a couple artists so far, big artists too. So y'all be on the lookout. When it do drop, it gonna drop. 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 Boom.
But you ain't gonna give us no hints, huh?
No, I can't give y'all none of that. I can't give y'all none of that, cause no, I can't give y'all none of that. Y'all just gotta follow the movement, and you know, y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it.
And talk to us about the music scene in Milwaukee right now. The city look like it's been turned the last couple of years, man.
Yeah, the city lit, for sure. The city lit. I just came back from Vegas, and I was looking at the city when I got off the plane. I said, God damn, I'm glad I'm from here. This motherfucker lit. Yeah, I'm just finna put some more fire under that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A little more fire under that flame.
Yeah, I feel like the music scenes came a long way. Because when you started 2014, 2015, didn't seem like much was going on nationally in Milwaukee. Right now, the whole nation's tapped into.
But you got to look at it like this. Like Milwaukee always had a movement. Mm-hmm. You know, we always was some getting money niggas. Cause I was getting money in 2010. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real money. I had a Hummer, all type of shit. You know, in 2010. So it was just we wasn't tapped into the music side because we was so dedicated to hustling. But now the music, you know, is evolving. You know, we finna get there. Shit, we there, really.
Do you feel like there's a lot of unity in the city amongst the artists, or is it pretty much just everyone doing their own thing, or kind of, you know, people fuck with each other, or?
No, it's a lot of unity. It's a lot of unity, but you know, you get bullshit everywhere you go. So, you know, that's without a doubt. But everybody really just do their own shit. But when they do link up, they link up. Yeah. Yep, it don't be no bullshit when it comes to music because we take care of business where I'm from, you know.
And what other cities be showing you love, man? Whether you be looking at the analytics or, you know, coming down here to Atlanta, you be seeing that love?
Yeah,
What's some other cities that be really showing you love too?
Atlanta for sure. Atlanta, Florida. Florida been showing a little love right now. Richmond, Virginia, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. DC. Yeah, DC, for sure. Texas. Yeah, I've been getting a little love in Texas right now. Yeah. Mississippi, for sure. I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they show a little love down there.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Memphis a little bit. Down there, really the whole down south. Matter of fact, United States of America. We just gonna say that. The USA.
And how does that make you feel to be getting, love from outside your own city, man?
You know what's so crazy? Like my man Remix said, he said, you don't even know it, but like I see it, but I don't see it yet. I'm just waiting to this big ass record company bring this little 30, 40 million real quick. Then I'm gonna know that's what it is.
Yeah.
But until then, yep, I feel it though. I feel it.
And what's your creative process like? Do you write? Do you punch in? Do both or what?
I do both. Like on my Vividly in my back now, I wrote that.
Okay.
Like I got a couple new singles that I punched in, but my punching game cold too.
You feel like you get more comfortable the more that you do that shit too?
Yeah, because my man Mozzie, he has set up a studio, so we got our own personal studio.
Okay.
So when I'm in the city, I just chill. I'm in that motherfucker by myself, vibing out, or the gang in there with me. And it ain't just us. These the only ones you should be able to see on this camera. It's a lot more.
Okay. And who's some of the producers you've been working with lately, man?
Really, I engineer myself. I
Okay.
produce my own music, you know what I'm saying? I record that back now, I recorded that myself. That Vividly, I did that. A couple more tracks.
Okay.
And then I got a couple big producers. I still can't even tell y'all that because then I'm gonna be revealing who I got on the album that's finna come, so I can't give y'all that either.
Yeah. So what's some goals you got set with this music shit, man? Whether it's short term or long term now?
Really long term and short term. And why I say that is because we on a race to the billions. So once we get to the billions, then we're gonna sit back. You know what I'm saying? It could be sooner or it can be later. Whatever it's gonna be, that's what it's gonna be, but we on the way.
I take it, man.
Yeah.
What's some advice, what's some game you would share to the, to the youth, to the kids coming up right now?
The streets ain't what it crack up to be, man. That shit ain't what it is. Like, it's a million other ways to get some money. But the streets gonna give you some money for sure. Remember that, but that ain't the only way. And I let them know, y'all wanna do some music, whatever y'all do, put y'all mind to it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. A lot of bullshit comes with these streets.
Yeah, hell yeah, a lot. And then when you in it so deep, you look at it like, damn, I wanna get out of this shit. Yeah.
While you were locked up, what kept you positive during those 4.5 years, man?
Knowing that I'd be wearing a Miris and shit every day. You dig that? Rollies and shit every day. Jewels every day. I'm like, damn, I know if what? Listen, back now. I knew I was gonna be back now. Mr. Back Now himself. Mr. Drop. You see that where it said J-R-O-P himself. You dig
That's a
that?
101 right there.
Yeah,
huh?
bingo. For sure.
You always been big into fashion? Because I know Milwaukee, they love putting that shit on, man.
Yeah, hey, they do though. Like for sure. No, I wasn't big on it at first. I wasn't even big on that internet shit because I was in the streets. And the cats I grew up under, we don't publicize this type of lifestyle. But then when I started doing music, I had to start to understand that I got to. So then that's when I started getting into fashion. 2017, 2018, 2019. Then I went to the joint, then I popped out just in all the Miri and shit like that. And Christian Louboutins and shit like that.
Yeah, it's crazy what you said about like the streets and social media, because this new generation, they just blurring that shit.
Man,
they don't care, man. They putting all their business out there.
Man, I'm young. They make me feel old. They be doing crazy shit.
They literally gonna record themselves doing crimes, huh?
They killing motherfuckers on camera.
Yeah, and post it.
And getting away. I don't know how that shit happening, but they need to teach me they trick. I ain't gonna lie, cause they getting away with that shit.
Drop, go ahead and plug your social media so everyone know where to follow you at, man, where they can tap into this new shit.
Yeah, all my social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the number 1, BIG_JROP. I spell drop with the J, not the D. If you can see, it's right there on me. JROP, you dig that? And then we got West, and then we got the drop. Yeah.
And how would you describe your growth as an artist over the years too, man?
The best way I could describe that, man, is from a boy to a man. You know, from a rapper to an artist. You know, and I feel like that's how my growth spurt went. I started to understand a lot of things that I didn't understand when I was young, and as an artist. So that's why I use that. But hell yeah, I've been growing. I'm still growing. I ain't even grown yet. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I feel like as men, we never stop growing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
never stop.
There's always more shit we can learn. We can be better at too, man.
Yeah. Only bad part about that is I'm not smarter than a 5th grader. I did my daughter homework. She came back. She said, "Daddy, all this is wrong." I said, "How the fuck?" I know I graduated. This shit hard now, but that's the only problem.
I feel like we be forgetting that shit though,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, they be doing different shit.
Oh, they doing different
shit
shit
they do
these
different
days?
shit down there. She came there, pi plus 12 equals 9. So I'm like, what the fuck is a pi? You know, only pie I know is the drop kind. You dig that? That's the only pie you can come and get. But this pie right here, that motherfucker, I failed her test. Yeah, she failed. She failed.
She's got to teach you some things, then, man.
No bullshit.
All right, Jrop, you got any shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up here, man?
Yeah, man, long live Wes. You know, shout out Wes. That's my big brother. You know, shout out the whole TMM Empire, the Middleman Empire. You know, y'all can go shop and get some merchandise off the middlemanempire.com right now. You know, and I want to shout out my team, man. Shout out Jrop. You know, Jrop really making this shit happen. You see that? We're gonna shout out Jrop, man. Shout out off the Porch too, man. You know, for having us, man. We appreciate you.
For sure, for sure. Anything else you want to talk about while we got you here, Jrop?
Yeah. Yeah, I got something else I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. Back now, everywhere, streaming, social media platforms. You know, go purchase that. Don't even go scream that, go purchase that. Go get that. You know, we back now. The Middleman Empire. 100,000 in jury. And I ain't even signed to a major. But we major. Yeah, we're walking out the house with this type of shit. Really, I was finna go get some tissue, but Walmart might not accept this much just for one roll. You dig that? Yeah, Middleman Empire in the building, man. We here. Yeah. TMM New York, yeah, for sure. TMM West, you know, TMM Empire. Yeah, we here. Yeah, for sure, for sure. We everywhere. 2020 cat, what I trap out of. Main bitch, your Barbie parents hate, I'm a thug. Black shirt.